Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, assholeconsulting.com. Go there, got questions, we will take care of you. Hey Aaron, I like my name to be kept private, so somebody writes. I'm a 20-year-old black male. I'm finishing my sophomore year as chemical engineer at a community college. There we go, chemical engineering, outstanding. I'm wondering where I should transfer after this year. The two schools I have in mind are Western Michigan University or Georgia Tech University. My sister offered me a place to stay in Atlanta if I go to Georgia Tech. The problem is I'll be paying out-of-state tuition fees for the first year I go there, and Georgia Tech has higher tuition fees regardless of in-state or out-of-state. I won't know anyone besides my sister in the city of Atlanta, but Georgia Tech has a far better engineering program. Con may require more time dedicated to school than desired, and is a hustling city. In the long run, do you see the city of Atlanta and Georgia being beneficial to me? Then the other school is Western Michigan University, Kalamazoo, Michigan. I've done research and development for 8 weeks on a thing, we'll just say, at this school for an internship during 2015. I have in-state tuition, and the tuition rate is much lower. The problem is the school doesn't have a big name, and I worry about getting a job, fuck a career, after. A few things about me which may help you giving a guidance. My father is serving a life sentence since I was 1 year old. Oh my goodness. I don't have financial support from my mom. I dropped out of high school and got an adult ed high school diploma the day I dropped out so I can hustle full time. I've been independent for a long time. I'm a hustler. Well, you watch London Cameron? That guy is all about the hustles. Follow him up. I tutor math through a company and independently do odd jobs. My siblings and I take trips to China and have an import-export business on pretty much anything we think will make profit. I have about 7,000 saved. Fuck, you may not even have to go to school. I'm the president of the student body at the college I attend. I am the president of the science club and founded a black student union at my college as well. Outstanding there! Wow! Fuck! I'd almost, because let's be direct, because you're black and your income probably is not that high without your dad around, your mom can't financially support you, I'm wondering if you shouldn't be looking at scholarships. I mean, the question of cost may be moot. Because right now, if I had a choice between the two, yeah, I would definitely go to Georgia Tech. And it has nothing necessarily to do with the schools. Yes, Georgia Tech, I've heard of it, so it's probably highly ranked, and we're going to look up starting salaries here in a second. But it's warm in Atlanta, and it's a bigger town. Detroit is a shithole, and Atlanta's growing. So, I mean, those kind of things, I'm not just thinking necessarily the quality of the school or the reputation of the school. I'm like, do you like snow? Because I was in Michigan when I was a kid, and there's fucking snow there. And, yeah, Detroit is not, they're not going to be bringing in any jobs. But Atlanta, it's you've been to Chicago, presumably. It's like a southern Chicago. There's traffic up the ass. Not enough roads in Atlanta, but that's the type of school. So, regardless, what I'm saying is, because you're a minority, because you probably have no income or can show no income, you and your extracurricular activities as well, you would be a very good candidate for scholarships, I would think. So, am I overqualified for a normal state school, or should I get my chemical engineering degree from Western while dividing my time equally in hustling? No, you're not overqualified for a normal state school. And let's be very clear before we get too far ahead. It really doesn't matter what school you go to. It matters what you major in. As long as the school is accredited, and both of these schools are, it only matters what your degree is. Now, Georgia, and that's why we're going to look up the starting salary, see if there is like a significant difference. Because here's another thing. Western Michigan, or depending on where people get job offers, it's more expensive to live in Atlanta than it is in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Detroit has some really cheap rental rates too, I hear. I'm overqualified. Do you think Atlanta and Georgia would be beneficial? Yes, Atlanta, Georgia Tech. I think it would, because you've been in Michigan your entire life, it sounds. It's cold. I believe men should travel and get different experiences. So for that 1 extra year of extra tuition, it may be worth it, even if there isn't a bump in pay. I've grown up in Chicago and Las Vegas, so the city life is nothing to me. I've only lived in Michigan for 2 years. Oh, okay. So you have been around a little bit. I think you'd like Vegas more than Atlanta. That's just me. Vegas didn't have the traffic. But Atlanta's cool. I enjoy it. I was thinking about moving there when I was a kid when I was younger. All right, let's see if there's starting salaries. Georgia Tech Chemical Engineer. Let's see how this looks. Georgia Institute of Technology. School salary. Georgia Tech. 15,000 undergrads. Sports. Early career salary 62. Here we go. All right. Georgia Institute of Technology alumni. Median starting. Where's chemical engineering? Why isn't chemical engineering on here? All right, this graph is all fucked up. All right, let's look up. Bear with me. Bear with me. 15 colleges with the highest salaries for engineering. NerdWallet. Okay, 2014. Boom, 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 boom. Carnegie Mellon, Caltech, Stanford, Harvey Mudd, Pennsylvania, Texas A&M, MIT, Carnegie Mellon, Georgia Tech, 66,000. Okay, and that includes all degrees. So now let's look up Western Michigan University. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Chemical engineer. Yeah, Georgia Tech has nothing but engineering degrees. Western Michigan has a bunch of other shit. Mechanical engineer, 68,000. That looks about right. Damn it. Top chemical engineering degrees in Michigan. Let's see how this comes out. It's never easy. Really? You're going to make it that complicated? Alright, here's what I do, dude. Because it's not going to affect my decision. Go out and find the data. I thought it would be a little bit easier to find, but I'm sure with some scrubbing around, you'll be able to find starting salaries. Based on the data that I did see, there was not any difference. The mechanical engineers made the same. But you never know. Go and confirm. But honestly, I'd say for the fact you'll be able to spend time with your sister and start getting somewhat of a family, maybe together. Your siblings and you are already hustling. Sounds like you guys gel real well together. You'll still be able to do your import-export, but it's also warmer, and it's only 1 year of out-of-state tuition. And, yeah, it is reputable. Oh, Georgia Tech. And what I think, I get the impression it's like Texas A&M, like, oh, you're doggy. Oh. So I think there'd be a little bit more, like, networking. Maybe not higher starting salary, but definitely some more networking availabilities there. But you know what? If it's cheaper and you're okay going to Western Michigan University, yeah, I mean, it's the degree that matters, not the school. So go and do your research and weigh the extra cost for that 1 year at Georgia Tech versus all the benefits you're going to get down in Georgia. Warmer, probably more traffic, obviously. Your sister's there, probably better local employment opportunities. Not to mention where you graduate from, you'll set down roots in that area, and there's a tendency for you to not like really move. If you're stuck in Michigan, I mean, what, you're going to go to Chicago or Indianapolis? But yeah, I think for things outside of the education reasons, Atlanta would be calling. So take a look, and if the pay gap is that too much, say, okay, no, I'd stay in Western Michigan. But if it's like, even if it's like, you know, your median salary or your starting salaries, it's no more than say $5 or $6 grand. Yeah, I'd go down. I'd go where it's warm. I'd go and I don't know how important it is to you. I mean, of course, there's a significant black population in Michigan, but it's Detroit. Atlanta is a lot nicer than Detroit, and there's a lot of black people down there, obviously. So I don't know, again, how important that is. You want to live within your own community, that's fine. But yeah, I've had a great time in Atlanta every time. It's a nice, big, growing. It just seems the non-educational variables are outweighing what marginal more money you'd make going down or going to Georgia Tech. So yeah, I would do the Georgia Tech thing, but double check and make sure it's not a gapingly, that there is, all of a sudden Western University for whatever reason starts making more money. I don't see why that would be the case. So yeah, it might be worth it spending a little bit of extra money on in-state or out-of-state tuition for that first year, and consider going there. So anyway, hope that helps, and best of luck. And no, by the way, don't give up your hustle, okay? Don't give that up, man. You keep doing that. You never give up on yourself. That is self-employment. If you guys could scale it and start making money, absolutely. That's what I would do it. But yeah, and then also looking at the scholarships. It may be a completely moot conversation if all of a sudden you have all these scholarships coming your way. So best of luck to you. Toodles.